Honestly, before this show, I always remembered Kristen Ritter as that one chick who OD'd on Breaking Bad. That's really it. Jessica Jones is a new Netflix original series developed by Marvel Studios, and it's the second time they've done this since Daredevil this last summer. So yes, this show has its own place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is all the Avengers movies, all like the Iron Man movies and all those movies. But like Daredevil earlier this year, they're doing it as a TV show instead of a movie to show off this new individual in the Marvel Universe. And I loved Daredevil, so I had a lot of high hopes for this show, and it didn't disappoint. So this show is about Jessica Jones, who just went through a tragic event in her life. She's a private investigator, so she goes and catches people in a crime or in like if they're cheating on their spouse or something like that. And being a superhero, she's really good at her job. And ultimately, when word goes out about this new criminal rising who can mind control named Kilgrave, she goes on the hunt for this guy. And she tries to tell you a lot in this show. She's not trying to kill this guy, she's trying to catch this guy and really show him to the world. And when you're talking about this show, you kind of have to talk about the situation with her. She is a rape victim. She really has been violated by this one guy who can mind control his way into any situation. And this guy, with the powers he has, he does some really messed up things later on in this show. And I think it really did show respect to those people who have been victims to this kind of crime. Because you really do understand what they're feeling. Because later on in the show, Kilgrave doesn't just do this to Jessica, he does it to multiple people. So I really had to talk about this subject before I get into the review because I thought it was important to the series. Now, I'm not going to tell you I know everything that has to do with Marvel, because I don't. I really had no idea who Jessica Jones was before this. But now I do, and I really like her character. She's snarky, she's witty, she doesn't give a crap about really anything. And I really thought Kristen Ritter was perfectly portraying this character the way she needed to be. It was great. She really fit what the character was supposed to be. And yeah, Kilgrave is an awful, awful person. But that doesn't tell you to deny the fact that David Tennant gave one of the greatest villainous performances I've seen in a long time. I thought Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin in the Daredevil series, was a great villain, and I didn't think this villain would top him. Kilgrave was just despicable, he was menacing, he was disgusting, and he was so fun to watch on the screen. David Tennant's performance as Kilgrave was so great. I was honestly really excited whenever he got on the screen. Yeah, he's a horrible person, but you can't deny the fact that every scene he was in, he just stole it. This just continues the fact that Daredevil and Jessica Jones have had probably the greatest villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With his mind control powers, he tells some people to do just some messed up crap throughout this entire series. Sometimes, at points, it's even hard to watch, but that's what makes him a great villain. I love the character of Loki. That guy is awesome. Tom Hiddleston does a great job as Loki. But the TV series on Netflix really continue to tell you that these shows contain the menacing powerhouses. Luke Cage in this show, he was a cool character. He was well written, he was a cool guy. And whenever he's in this show, it just makes you want to see his own show because he is going to get his own show very soon on Netflix too. And I'm all on board because I really loved his superpower. He was honestly one of the coolest characters in the series. But really, his role in this show was pretty much to be the love interest for Jessica, and that's where I think they underused his character. I liked most everything about this show, especially the characters, except for these two people, the cop and the lawyer chick. The cop he was a love interest for Jessica's best friend. He got a full dedicated episode for him, and I didn't really think it needed to be there. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know anything about his character from the comic books or anything like that, and his story wasn't concluded in this season. But there was this annoying lawyer chick who had her own storyline in the show. It was about like divorce papers and stuff like that and her own personal situation, and it really didn't matter until the end of this season. So I didn't really care for those two. But everything about this show, like, it was dark, it was gritty, it was realistic. It really made for a really well done drama. Like, if you're going in in this show just thinking it's a superhero show, you're gonna be disappointed because this isn't the story about some other superhero in the Marvel Universe. This is the tragic story of a victim who is just trying to catch this terrible person in the act for what he did to her. And in my opinion, Daredevil and Jessica Jones are the best things Marvel has produced in the MCU. Story-wise, don't get out your pitchforks. I mean, I love Captain America the Winter Soldier. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the comedic things in the Marvel Universe. But I love the writing that are used in these two TV shows and the personal stories and struggles about these two superheroes. But that's pretty much why I love these two shows more than anything in the MCU, because it has some brilliant, brilliant writing in them. This show is a drama, it's a mystery. It is really, really hard to watch it sometimes. I do highly recommend this show, but some bad stuff happened to good people. And I honestly wasn't expecting a lot of punches this show put out, since Marvel's owned by Disney nowadays. I really wasn't expecting what this show gave. Because just remember, this isn't for the kids. This isn't your typical Marvel movie you go and watch every summer. This is TV mature and it should be recognized like that. So I hope you liked my review of Jessica Jones, and if you watched it, please tell me what you thought of it, because I thought it was really good. And please remember to like this video and subscribe to support me, and so I could just get more views and help me out a bit. Thanks guys, see ya.